Is Dave Chappelle even fun anymore? Okay? Or has he gotten to the point that he is so rich that the comedy, that we get nowadays is just about, I'm getting my check, they keep throwing money at me, so I'm going to get up here and collect the coin and move along. Now, if you are new here, I am Denise Brady. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I thought it was time for us to have a real conversation, as a family. Okay, we haven't had some unfiltered talk in quite some time on my channel, so I am here today to give it to you. But watching this SNL monologue, okay, who is this Dave Chappelle? Is it who we have gone conditioned to? Is it who he's always been? What's really going on? Because listening to him this morning, I'm just like, wow, the money. It's all about the money. And he talks about how he was offered the opportunity to come on SNL several times in the last couple months. They keep calling him. They've been on his line. Hey, come on. We need you. Come on over here. How much you want? And he turned it down a couple times. And then eventually he said yes, because I'm sure them zeros kept adding up, okay? But I'm like, as an individual, as a person who is not at that level of money, okay, it feels like some of his comedy has become the same, kind of dry, kind of forgotten about the people who really made him into what he is today. And I'm like, where's the funny? Where's the laughs? Okay? Is it that comedy has changed? I'm really here trying to figure out what's really going on, because hearing him talk about the Palisades, the fire, poor people, I'm like, some of these people are the ones who was with you shooting the gym before the SNLs, back on Comedy Central, back half-baked back then. But it almost feels like those people don't matter anymore. And, the world right now to me is literally on fire. And to make jokes about the Palisades fire and how, people are really focused on the Palisades, where there are so many other people, Altadena, the Easton fire, so many other families that have been affected by the crisis that is currently happening, okay? But so much attention is focused on them over there, okay? But what about the people over here? And bringing up those people, Pasadena, Altadena, okay, all those people who have been affected by these fires, became the cost of his jokes. They became the joke, all right? And I'm just like, has he gotten to the point where people are just willing to throw so much money at him that he don't got to be funny no more? Okay, people want the controversy, and he talks about how he wanted to turn over a new leaf. Okay, he didn't want to do that kind of stuff anymore, but I think that's what the execs, that's what the people with the money, that's the Dave Chappelle that they want. Okay, that's the one that's going to get us ratings. When I watched that video this morning, it was probably like around 5 a.m. It already basically had 1 million views. Okay, and it just, came out at midnight? The show came out. But what is happening now to comedy? Okay, is it just Dave Chappelle? Is it other people that now, it's not so much about comedy at times. It's more about creating controversy, making fun of, laughs at the people who are sacrificing, the people who are losing so much. And he did move away from the trans comedy, but he focused more on poor people suffering, people going through the worst time of their lives. And I'm not sure if it was a laugh track or people really thought this was funny. I feel like it was more of like a laugh track going on, but y'all can let me know. But I just don't find his style of comedy entertaining anymore. And some of y'all might be like, it's just not for you. Okay, you're just not his audience anymore. Well, I feel like the audience is people who are okay with using Black people, comedy. For some shows, things I have watched, you have to make things palatable for white people. Hey, I said it was going to be an unfiltered, conversation now that we're talking about it, all right? But it feels like Dave Chappelle has become palatable, entertaining for those people, All right. And you see this with different comedians. Okay. Dave Chappelle to me is just at the top of that level where they have accepted him in and are willing to give him so much money. Just show your face. Come on, we begging you. It really felt like the guy, I think his name is Michael, I can't remember his name, but the guy at the top of SNL was begging, please, come on. He wanted him to come on right after the election. He said, nah, bro, that's too much. Give it some time. Okay, then the calls kept coming. He eventually said yes. It also reminds me of when I think about palatable black comedians for them, I think of the same thing with Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish was also very palatable for some time, for some years, the token. Now, I don't think that Dave Chappelle is the token because he is a goat. He is funny. I want to say he's funny, but then I feel like I'm like, is he still funny? I find it hard to really say that he's still funny. He is still the GOAT, but is he still that same, like, funny, entertaining? I look forward to watching his specials. I don't know if it's really there for me anymore. Okay? And I wonder if it was the money. I wonder if culture, politics, all those things have become such a way that is at the forefront of everyone that there's not room for that type of comedy that we saw maybe in the early 2000s. Everything is politicized. And so many people are caught up on capitalism, making money off clicks, views, that, okay, let's do something controversial. Let's bring somebody on controversial. Instead of just making comedy about what was back then about your life, experiences, things like that, it kind of feels more like let's be controversial. Let's make some money. Okay? And all those people who are, trying to rebuild their lives, some of them won't be able to. Okay, with those fires. I saw a couple of stories where people really paid off their house, 2 days before the fire. Imagine paying off your house and you excited. No more payments. You own this, the equity and everything. Only to a couple days lose it all. And then to have someone make light of your tragedy, of the things happening in your life, okay? And to me, this is only going to be a ripple effect. Not just the people who lost their houses. I think about the people who were servicing those houses, the nannies, the landscapers, all the construction workers who made money time after time again because these people wanted their houses redone, at least the Palisades houses. And then I think about the people who in Altadena, those are generational homes, kids, all those things, the school districts, the teachers. In LA, I feel like the economy is really about to get bad. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on the mental health things that are about to happen. But I feel like when it comes to comedy and Dave Chappelle, this just wasn't funny. I was waiting for the part where I laugh. Okay? And I'm wondering, was it just me? Can other people relate? But watching his monologue, it's just like, wow. What happened? Where are we? Okay. Is comedy changing that much? Okay. I miss the days of, Cat Williams, all those jokes, even his last special on Netflix. It felt like a rehash of, the Shannon Sharp thing. It wasn't really even funny. Okay. It feels like some of these people, like the networks, the executives, just throw money at them that they really ain't gotta produce the jokes. They really don't. My presence, my brand is what makes me money. Okay. And so I want to know your thoughts. Did you watch it? Have you seen some of his recent specials? Are we at a point that Netflix, some of these other companies, primarily Netflix, I think Hulu is just on the come up of starting to have comedians come on and do specials. But it just feels like the humor used to be at the cost of people, but it was different. It was funny. It was more comical. It wasn't like, my tragedy is now your joke. My tragedy is now, what is making you money. Okay. And it's just like, where are we? Where are we? Okay. Are we too far gone? Can we get back to it? And I know some people are going to be like, I love it. I love Dave Chappelle no matter what. I'm a ride or die. He's the GOAT. Okay, it was fun. It was good to see him on stage. I know that there are people out there who are loving it. Okay, but comedy to me is changing. Or has it already changed? Okay, where it's just all about the money, and these traumatic things that are happening in people's lives are at the forefront. They're a way to make money. They're a way to build your brand. Okay. I don't know. It didn't feel funny to me. Okay. And I wonder, as he was going through the monologue, the very tail end of it was about Donald Trump and how we need to all come together. And do I really believe the things he was saying about coming together, being humble, how the world is really counting on Donald Trump to have this second try and make things better, be better than he was the second time. And no matter, I think he said something about whether you're in Palestine or the Palisades, remember the people are what matter. We really only got like a minute of that, but I'm wondering, is Dave Chappelle really funny to y'all anymore? Is it just about throwing money at him to have him make an appearance? Has comedy changed so much? Did y'all watch his monologue? Do people really care about the fires and what's happening to people in Altadena and all the other areas impacted? Or have there been so much focal point on the Palisades that people forget the ripple effect that this is all going to have for the sake of laughs? Okay, but I want to know your thoughts. Make sure you guys hit that like, you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, because of course we can get into it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.